Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back for episode 8 of my modded survival island. Last episode we set up this tree farm over here using the Buildcraft robots, and since the end of last episode I've kind of just let this run, and as you can see, the planter has done a fantastic job. The lumberjack, not so much. So what I've gone ahead and done since the end of last episode is kind of dug a little bit of a pathway, but even since the end of last episode, more trees have grown, and my pathway is now inaccessible, so I'm just going to kind of try and beat my way through here, and I think if I kind of do something like this, we should be able to, here we go, walk all the way around. And the reason why the lumberjack has stopped working is because it no longer has an axe. The iron axe that we gave it last episode has broken, and it now has nothing to do. So, what I want to work on today is I want to work on fully automating that process. I want to work on making sure that the chest over near the robots over there always has an axe in it. It always has an iron axe ready for the robot to use. Now, we could make one, we could put it in there every so often, we could make sure it keeps working, but that's no fun. What I want to do today is I want to use logistics pipes to automate the crafting and sending of an iron axe to that chest to ensure that there is always one over there, and that is the main goal for today. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set that up. We're going to make this little guy over here the logistics crafting table, which is actually really easy to make. It's mainly just wood and cobblestone, like so. And then we're going to need this little guy over here, the crafting logistics pipe. We're going to use the basic one for now. There are Mark II and Mark III variants. We'll get to those later on down the line. But for today, we're just going to make the very most basic version of this crafting logistics pipe, which is quite simply a stone gear, a basic logistics pipe, and a piece of redstone. So if we do something like this, we get ourselves the pipe and the crafter. So, the way that this works is it, of course, has to be set up in the logistics pipe system. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to set it up right about like here. Now, in the future, we'll probably have a big area where we have a ton of these crafting tables and a bunch of stuff ready to be auto-crafted. We'll probably set up like its own little island or its own little space somewhere. But for now, we're going to put it here. And basically, the way that this works is, ignore this interface right now. There's something up with the resource pack that I have to where this doesn't look right. But we have all of the spaces. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to teach this. Actually, we're going to need 2 of these. But for now, we're going to teach this how to make an iron axe. And to do that, we, of course, need a stick, or 2 sticks, and 3 iron. So I don't know if I can do this. I can. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Nice. Now, all we need to do is right-click on the pipe using a wrench, like we do all the time with all of our pipes, and then simply click import, and that's going to import the recipe from here. And now, what this pipe will do, if we were to request, say, a iron axe, it will go ahead and say, okay, if you send a stick and 3 iron to this logistics crafting table, you will get back an iron axe. So the next thing we gotta do is the same thing we've done over here with the generators. Is basically, what I'm gonna do for easiness sake, I'm gonna go ahead and take this supply logistics pipe, but we have to take that, put it down on the chest where the iron axe is supposed to go, and then what the logistics pipe system will do is it will search for any iron axes. If we don't have any iron axes, it will then search if we have the materials to make one, and then if we do, it will send them to the crafting table, and then from the crafting table over to the chest. At least that's the plan. So, let me have a look here. We should have, hopefully, maybe, possibly some iron. We do. We have 15 iron in there, which is good. For now, I don't think we have any chests that have sticks in them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some sticks into this chest here. It's a little cheaty, and what we're going to have to end up doing is making one of these for sticks, one of these for planks, and stuff like that to make sure it can make everything in the process. But just as kind of a proof of concept, what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here. You can see I have gone ahead and run our logistics pipe system all the way over from this side of the pipe system over here to that to the chest via quite a lot of cable. A few people did point out in the comment section that we can use kind of gold pipes a bit more sparingly. The items don't quite go as fast, but the way that golden pipes work is they kind of work as a speed up. They kind of speed the items up as they're going. So if you just kind of put them every so often, kind of periodically throughout your piping system, it should work kind of almost just as well. Not quite as well, but almost just as well. So, let's see if we can actually get up here. I'm going to build a little bit of an ugly looking nerd pole, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and get up onto this island here, and we're going to set up this supplier pipe. So we're going to put it right about there. Then we're going to right click and we're going to say to keep this guy full with iron axes. Now, I don't have an iron axe, which is a bit of an oversight. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, so a little while later, and it turns out we had a few little issues with our logistics pipe system that had to be fixed. So, for some reason, apparently, you can't go too far without having a logistics pipe in normal pipes. So, I had to put a logistics pipe kind of, I think, you can see it just over there, maybe, in the system. And that made this one turn on before now. This pipe was red, indicating that it was not powered. And I've also gone ahead and put in a normal iron axe in there, not the partially broken one we have here. And so now, you can see right now, it doesn't have anything there. But if we were to head on back to our little crafting table, there was a secondary issue, or a third tertiary issue with our setup. And that is that the chest that the sticks and the iron were in were not supplier chests. Those chests could not send items to the crafter. And that's something we're going to work on in a second. But as you remember from previous episodes, only these two chests right now have these provider pipes. And so if we were to, say, put the iron and the sticks in here, it should notice that the chest over there wants to have an iron axe, take them out, send them in here, and then bullet that axe round. If we kind of just wait along here, we should see it shoot along. There it is. Look at that. Boom. The iron axe is being deployed and sent around to that chest, at which point the lumberjack should start working again, should start cutting trees down, should pick it up, and then as soon as it does get picked up by the lumberjack, the system should recognize that, again, there is no axe in that chest, and should send another one over. Hopefully, that's the plan. So that's set up, and that should keep working. The next thing I want to work on is these pipes. So one of the issues, like we said, that we just had was that, and I think it's already sent another one over, but that's fine. One of the issues that we had is that some of these chests don't have the ability to send items, and I don't want to have to put these little provider logistics pipes on every single one of these chests and have just like a ton of pipes connecting to every single chest. It'd be a mess. It'd be messy. Really, really messy. And so instead, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our logistics pipes to the logistics chassis pipes. So if I type in chassis, there are a few tiers of logistics chassis pipes. There's the normal one, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, and Mark 5. We're going to work with Mark 2 for now. And this one is made fairly simply by using a basic logistics pipe and some iron. So if we were to go ahead and do something like maybe get ourselves some more iron, because I don't think we have enough, but we do have 24 on us. So if we were to go ahead and whack this through the crusher. Okay, so I made myself one of these tier 2 logistics chassis pipes using some logistics pipes and some iron. And basically what these allow you to do is take any of the normal logistics pipes, like the provider pipes, the supplier pipes, and even the normal pipes, and combine them all into one pipe. Now, if we were to go ahead and kind of replace this pipe over here with this guy and right-click it with the wrench, you'll see there are two slots here, and these two slots are for what are known as modules. And these modules basically give the pipe the ability to do what other pipes do. For example, somewhere over here there is the provider pipe, that being this one here, the provider module. This is made using some lapis, either a gold gear or a golden chipset, and a blank module, which is made using paper, redstone, and a golden nugget. I've gone ahead and made some blank modules already, and I went ahead and made some golden chipsets before the episode started, because I had a feeling we were going to need some of those. So, if I was to make myself one of these provider modules, like this, and put it in this little guy over here, like so, this chest now essentially has a provider pipe on it. And you'll see there's a little exclamation mark here next to the provider module. If we click that, it comes up with the normal interface that the provider pipe has. If we were to go over to here and right click like so, the exact same interface. And then the next thing we're going to do is make this guy the item sync module, which is made using green dye, which is a real pain to make, but our little flowers over there have finished growing, so I can go ahead and make some good old cactus green using magical crops, which is very nice and handy indeed. So I will take you, you, and you, and we'll just throw all those back down. And do something like this. This is all the sawdust from all the paper I've been making. We'll take that, and then we'll go ahead and make the item sink. And the item sink is basically the normal pipe. And instead of using that, we're going to make the iron gear, because I don't want to have to wait for the assembly table to finish making the other parts. And we're missing redstone. Alright, let's get ourselves some redstone. And the item sink is basically a normal logistics pipe. So there is a bit of a downside to these pipes. They don't come with the default ability to, like, filter items or request request items like this, you have to make an item sink, but as you upgrade them to higher and higher tiers of chassis, for example, the tier 5 one, I believe, has space for 8 modules. You can put up to 8 modules in there, which is essentially 8 pipes in one, which is kind of fantastic. So we'll go ahead and make the item sink like so, just to show you that if we throw this into here as well, like this little exclamation mark now allows it to request items. So again, we can put things like gold, iron, all that kind of stuff. And basically, guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go away. I'm going to put as many of these down as I can. I'm going to replace like all of these with the tier 2 logistics chassis pipes. I'm also going to go ahead and replace that pipe over there with the logistics chassis pipe, because the next thing that we need to work on is power. As you noticed, we didn't have any iron. The reason we didn't have any iron is because A, the quarry's not working. B, we took away the generator next to the smelting factory over there, so the smelting factory's not working, and we're just not getting anything made. So we need power, and to do that, we need to take the wood that is being made from our tree farm, which, as you can see, is pretty much half gone on this other side here, because the lumberjack has been working very nicely indeed. Look at this. The picker seems to have been failing somewhat. Why are you... Oh, is the chest full? I bet the chest's full. It's not full. Why are you sat here? Why are you not... Put it... What? Alright, I'm going to figure out what to do with this, but basically, what I want to do is I'm going to replace this with the tier 2 chassis pipe. Actually, I might make it... No, we'll make it a tier 2 chassis pipe, and in this one, we're going to put a supplier and a provider pipe in. That way, we can have it request that it's always full with at least one iron axe, but at the same time, we can supply this oak wood here to other items and other logistics pipes around in the world that need fuel. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go away, I'm going to make some more of those. I'll also make some more of those crafting tables so that we can auto-craft a few more things, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we didn't quite have enough resources to make these Mark II logistics chassis pipes for every single one of our chests, but what we have got is enough to make one for this guy over here. And also, you'll see the robots are back at work again. This guy was out of power, which is why he wasn't putting stuff into the chest, but that shouldn't be an issue after we upgrade this pipe here. So I'm going to get rid of the supplier pipe, and we're going to instead put the chassis pipe here. Inside this chassis pipe, we're going to put both the provider module and the supplier module. Now, it does mean we're going to have to get another iron axe, which we should maybe have. We don't have in there, but we're going to have to get another iron axe for the provider module. But for the supplier module, we want this to passively supply oak wood to other stuff. Now, I don't need it to be 64 oak wood. It can quite simply just be 1. I don't know if that actually makes a difference, but I'm going to switch that out nevertheless. And basically, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and make some more supplier pipes. But for now, I guess we could use this one. And I'm going to stick this down right about here. And then we're going to hook this up to the system, I guess using cobblestone pipes, because that's all we've got. It's not the best. It's going to be pretty slow, but it should work just fine for now. So we'll take these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want you to always have oak wood planks inside of you. Now, the way I'm going to make that happen is by using some of the new crafting tables that I've made down there. You might have seen that just then. It tried to put oak planks into here, but I said that I only want the wooden. I don't want logs. I want planks in here. I only want planks because planks are a lot more efficient than burning the logs. And so what I've set it up to do now is, if we go back and look over here, I've made 2 more crafting tables and crafting pipes and stuck them just on top of the old one. I've told one of them how to make logs into planks, and I've told the other one how to make planks into sticks. The reason I've taught it how to make sticks is so that it can easily make more axes in the future for the chest, and the reason I've taught it to make planks is so now what it can do is it will take all of, you can see right now it's making planks. What it's going to do is it's going to take all of the oak that it can, whenever an item needs it. It's going to take the logs from the chest that the robots are putting the logs into, take those logs, send them around to this crafting table here where it crafts those logs into planks, and then send those planks out to whatever generator needs them, so that all of our generators should, in theory, consistently have power. So we're going to do the exact same thing for a few of the things around of our base. We're going to go ahead and make some more supplier pipes, like so, and basically I'm going to do it all over the place. Like over here, these guys, I want my quarry to continually run, so I will put that there. We'll hook it up to the system like so. And then in here, we'll do the exact same thing. We'll say that we want you to constantly have, we can say 20 wood, that's fine. And then again, what it should do is it should send oak logs from the tree farm over around through into here, and then craft it up, send it around, and make sure that these constantly have logs and wood in them to burn for fuel. There you go, you can see the logs going there, the logs turn into planks, the planks are coming back, they should come along here, and they end up in the Stirling generators. Nice. Now, you did notice there that we do need a logistics pipe at the junction. As always, if you don't have a logistics pipes where you have a junction, things will go wrong occasionally. But it's, you saw that one there, you kind of loop around. We do have a logistics pipe kind of just next to it. So what I might do instead is kind of just move this down a bit, because this one seems to be actually getting most of the job done. Come on now. You know what? Forget it. Forget it. I was going to move that one, but I'm not going to be lazy. Instead, we'll just go and grab another one. That one seems to be getting the job done because the items, if they don't go the right direction, that one kind of instantly tells them to go, nope, background, you're going the wrong way. But we'll take another one, and we will stick you down right about here. And I think we're going to lose some stuff here, but if we just do that real quick, that should work just fine. Everything. Oh, we've made a real mess here, guys. We've made a real mess. Let's put that there instead of there. That should reduce any of the randomness errors that we have. But you can see these guys are being constantly filled up with oak wood, which means they should really never stop running. And we can always go ahead and do the same thing on the other two as well. And also the final thing that we need to do this on, which I think already, oh my goodness, that's real loud. The final thing, which I think might already have this set up, is this little guy over here. He should be set up to, oh no, he's not. Let's make sure you're set up to always have oak in there as well. And that's it. Basically, all of our stuff should now receive oak and should always kind of constantly be filled with power. The last thing we need to do here is make ourselves a second iron axe and send it over to that pipe to ensure that the tree farm never stops working. And at this point, it really shouldn't. The tree farm should continue to be self-sufficient. It's constantly being powered. The robots shouldn't die out. The tree farm should never not have what it takes to continue to run. I think we have some more iron lying around in here. We do. Let's throw you in there. Go like that. Take you away. And set this final bit up. And then we should be good to go. I was going to make one central source of power. And by that, what I mean is have kind of like one room or one island where all of our power is generated, where all of our iron generators and sterling generators and stuff were, and then send power from there out to everywhere else. And the reason why I didn't do that is because it wasn't really practical right now. Let me just quickly go for provider and make sure that you have an iron axe in you at all times. That should send one over kind of right about now. My goodness, look how much wood we've got. Jeez. But the reason why I didn't do that is because all of our stuff is kind of really spread out. And if we wanted to do that, it would require a ton of conduit, which I didn't really want to have to make. Whereas the way we're doing it now is using these logistics pipes. As you can see, these are going a little bit slower because they're going through the cobblestone pipes. We'll probably upgrade these with a few more golden pipes in the future. But basically, the cobblestone pipes are a lot easier than even the cheapest of energy conduits. So for now, it seems like a better idea to do that. In the future, once we invest in like tesseracts and stuff like that, we will probably make one centralized source of power. But until then, we're going to have it set up like this. I would very much like it if you would run. And I think what I'm going to do, because we don't quite have enough iron to make another iron generator, I'm going to take one of these sterling generators and put this down there instead. Did I just drop that into the ocean? Is that what I just did? I'm coming for you, sterling generator. Never fear. I'm probably going to die, but you will be returned. Oh, there's also a golden pipe there as well. Look at that. No, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, we've done it. Only just, but we made it. All right, let's take you. Let's throw this guy down right about over here next to the basic smelting factory. And this should, again, we can put a supply pipe down like so. We can make sure that you're always filled up with oak wood planks like that. We do need a lever in order for you to actually work correctly. Oh, I guess a redstone torch would also work, even though I guess you could argue that levers are a lot less expensive than redstone torches, but this should start to work. So what we should have now is, you can see I've got the tier 2 chassis over there. All of our ore should come from the quarry, sent through the ore converter round and into that chest there, which is both an item sink and a provider chest. Send the items to that chest where they're stored, then send them back out and around to the chest by the crusher, at which point, if you do have power in you, which you currently do not, but oak should be there in a second. I'll just put some in there to kind of get the ball rolling. Once you've got power going, this thing should be able to run at pretty much full speed, maybe. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll flick you on for the first time in like forever, which should start to pump these out through here. Then once they're done, they should get sent back around and to the ingots chest, which does also have the tier 2 pipes. So all of the ingots that are sent there can be used for things like making more access for the tree farm and keeping the tree farm going. And what we have is possibly a really good self-sufficient system, because all of our stuff is being made by the tree farm, which keeps itself running, using stuff from the quarry, using stuff from the chests, using stuff from the logistics pipe system, and everything should be very much so self-sufficient. We'll see. What I'm going to do, guys, between episodes is I'll kind of leave everything running, make sure everything's working. I'll try and upgrade all of these basic logistics pipes and provide the logistics pipes to the chassis ones. There's no point in doing it for, like, that one over there, because there's never going to be a point in time where we need anything to come from these Stirling generators, but definitely for all these chests around here, I'll make sure they all have these tier 2 chassis pipes, and they all have provider and item sync pipes in them. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like. It really does help out a lot, and I will see you guys next time.